Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the HCEDC Type B special meeting Monday, July 28, 2025, to begin at 6:33. We do have a quorum present. Is there anyone in the chamber or online that would like to have a citizen's participation comment?
There's no one online.
Okay. Then we'll move to item number 3, which is action item, discuss, consider, and act to establish the fiscal year 2025-2026 proposed HCEDC budget and make recommendation to the city budget officer of the same. So I'll open up the meeting to the board for discussion. While we are pulling up different questions, Marcy, could you help explain to us how the revenue was posted for the recent 2 sales of our properties and where we might see that in this particular data you've provided?
Okay, in this particular data as it was presented, it's not on there. You've seen it on your monthly reports. When I prepared this particular sheet, the properties had not sold. So the updated numbers for that would be under the revenues on the gain or loss on sale. Under the projected year-end column, you should have $168,676 in that number, which will be updated for the final budget. It doesn't affect what you're being asked to do tonight, other than it will affect your beginning balance. When we make the entries for the sale of that property, you get a cash price, your offer, but the amount of money that's on the books for that property is carried as an asset. So when you sell that property, it's the difference between what you sold it for, less your closing costs, less the value it was on the books for, and that difference is what shows up as your gain on the loss, or gain or loss on the sale. You get the total cash price, but then you have to pay those expenses out of it, and then you have to relieve that asset.
So there's no depreciation of properties that are owned down to a certain amount?
Yes, there is. So the value that was on the books at the time is what it's relieved for.
So do you know the values of the 2 properties by chance?
Not right offhand.
Okay.
I've sent you the
Okay.
journal entries, though, for both of them. That,
Okay.
yeah.
Anyone have any questions related to that?
Is it pretty much typically the value that the city paid for it when it was initially purchased? Is that
Yes.
perhaps what was on the books?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And in the instance where it's land, there's no depreciation if it's just a piece of land, but if there's property on it, there is depreciation.
Okay, when will, and I know it's probably not related to tonight's meeting, but when will we see that current actual updated? Do you know when that'll actually appear so that we can see what our current, well, this is all just budget related, so there is no actual. We don't have a fiscal year 2025 actual yet on this report. Now
That's correct. It's
Okay.
just a projection as to where we think. And so, like I was saying, for the projection, I have changed that to show your gain or loss on the sale of those properties.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to go in any particular order, but I have a question regarding property insurance, and if this is too far down the road, you want to back up. Of course, the house sold, and I wouldn't think we'd have, and my time has sold. Would there be any additional insurance on any remaining properties because it's just raw land? It shows that there is a budget of about $1,500.
Oh, my mic's already on. Sorry. Yes.
I think it's on page 8, I'm sorry.
Part of the year that we had on there, everything, like I said, when I prepared this budget, it was as if we still had the property. So since they've been removed, I will get a new certificate of what's insured, and when I see then what the premium will be, we'll drop that off. But if it's budgeted, it won't hurt anything if, you have a lesser amount or no amount at all.
Okay.
So I believe the only property that is still on there that is on the insurance would be for this office space, this boardroom. It technically was furnished and everything by this board, so it's shown as an asset for you.
Are you talking about the community room here?
No, just the boardroom.
Oh, the boardroom. Okay. Well, thank you for explaining. I had no idea.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, could we go in order on the tab B, I guess, of the spreadsheet?
Yes, I think that will help us kind of not miss any questions and make sure everything's covered. I like that suggestion.
I guess you don't have that Excel spreadsheet. You have just a PDF? Okay. All right, then we can go in order. I'll open it up on my computer. Okay, the first item is the sales tax revenue. You have it. That's what I'm looking at. Yep. Yeah, you have it. Okay.
So even though we're going to be having more homes built between now and from this year to next year, it still remains a little flat in the projection?
There are still homes to be built, but there's not as many that have been. This does include some sales tax on new construction, but in looking at the way the projection goes, it is reducing, it's kind of reached close to its peak. So there's budgeted 3% increase in the sales tax between this year and next year.
Okay, so the next one is lease income, which I don't think that we're going to have, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And then that gains and losses will be updated with the house, as you said, and not the house, Mai Tai.
Well, it'll be updated in your projected year-end column, but you won't have a budget for that next
Okay.
year. If you sell any properties next year, we just won't have budgeted for it because we don't know what to budget.
What is the transfer to W/S debt cert? Oh, there it is, the description's right there. So we have a long agreement to pay $35,000 for capital improvement.
Yes, in your monthly report, you should be getting, as one of the attachments to it, a bonds debt service schedule, and it includes this $35,000. It's for a contribution that both Type A and your board made, that you each pay $35,000 a year. It was for water and sewer projects.
And then transfer to park improvement fund?
I don't believe you have anything in that one.
It's been zero for the last 3 years, and I was wondering why. And why could, let's see, we could use this fund if needed to maybe assist the upkeep of the memorial park that we're discussing.
Yes, the transfer to the capital projects that you've had in the past, you've participated some on the Westport Parkway. You helped purchase right-of-way for that project. And there's been various projects you have, so we didn't have anything ongoing right now, so there's nothing, I didn't put anything in there.
Is that something we want to put an amount to?
I think we need to put something in there because we've got things that are possibly coming on the agenda that's going to involve the parks. So yeah, there probably needs to be something put in there.
If you adopt a project, your project goes to the council, and it's typical then that the council would do the budget revision at that time.
Okay. So that's, I guess, pretty much what happened with the park bench for the
Yes.
tennis courts? Okay.
Yes. And in your, you'll see later in one of your items that we did in the current year, we expended for that project.
And on the next column, I guess it is, or the next chart, the transfer to general fund, it just said per administrative service agreement, the EDC coordinator, is that Mr. Schwanke?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And the service agreement covers city administration, or what is that
It's
represent?
covering Mr. Schwenke's services, the general fund and type A and your board each participate in paying for his services.
Okay. Is there no increase
No.
projected? Okay.
And then the insurance for properties is next?
We can delete that or leave it as it is and see where it falls out. We'll have a portion of the year, by the time they get it dropped off and adjust the premium, they'll refund back anything retroactively that's taken off. And so I haven't got those numbers yet.
I was wondering if we still have to carry insurance on the empty lots. Yeah.
We do? I didn't think we did.
Yes.
Is it just liability insurance?
Yes, there will
Oh.
be some liability
Okay, okay.
insurance. Yes.
Let me ask you a very basic question. I know this probably, I should know this, but our fiscal year is October 1 of 2025 all the way through to
September 30th.
September of 2026. Okay.
I forgot to turn my phone off.
Any questions on the next one? Postage and paper, office equipment? We can keep going, I think.
Once again, on your properties, the properties that have sold, they can be dropped off for any expenditures you have for those.
For the repairs? Is that what was repairs?
Oh, she was saying that the properties that we have listed can be dropped off if they've been sold. I think we were wanting to keep 2 years on a different spreadsheet. Is that correct?
But that will be actual numbers, right? Yeah, so we were thinking of keeping just 2 years of actual numbers going forward and then our current year? Is
Okay.
that typically how it's done, Marcy?
Typically, for the city's budget, we show 3 prior years, if there are 3 prior years, which is why it's presented this way. But we can do yours at 2 if you prefer. It's just for historical purposes, so you can kind of see maybe things you did in the past that you want to do again, or, you know, the types of projects you've done. It's just really for history. It's really doesn't affect what you're being asked to do this evening.
Okay.
I was wondering if in the description of the properties that we still own, if there could be some sort of identifier, because I lost track of what address was with what lot. I believe 102 is the empty lot closest or furthest away from us, let's say, not the one that's connected
Mr.
with?
Jim's.
It's by Mr. Jim's? No.
Oh, no, the
we don't.
102 on Westport Parkway?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, if you could just put the actual street name along with your
It's-
description.
It's there. I mean, the street name is there, but I
Oh.
think because Westport and Mr.
Schoolhouse.
Lee's Barbecue was on Schoolhouse Road,
Yeah,
if we could just, and then I guess the property over here would be property next to church, you know, just something.
Just Main Street, just, it'd be the only thing on Main
210.
Street.
210.
Isn't that 100 and 102, isn't that the two on Westport Parkway right next to the barbecue place? It should be.
Okay.
They're right next door to each other. Matter of fact, they almost thought about making it one.
So we will need to continue to mow 102 Westport.
You'll have to do something with it,
Right.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So the properties that we sold basically will drop off, and all the costs associated with their maintenance will drop off as well. That's how you'll make the adjustment?
Yes.
Okay.
And I had, so 201 Highway 156 and 105 Highway 156. And then, what was the other one? Oh, I think I already dropped off the Main Street one.
201,
120.
156,
Yeah.
and then 120 Main Street?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are we ready to go to the next one? Next page?
Well, let me ask you this. So it says 120 Main Street project, and we said that's the lot down the street. I was just wondering, why does it show 26,000?
Because of the closing cost,
Okay, sorry.
correct?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So, but all of that will drop off.
Okay.
So, so now we're down to attorney fees. I'd like to propose an increase in that amount.
Okay.
I'd like
What do
to-
you propose?
I'd like to propose that goes up to 20,000.
I
Okay.
know we still have, some other properties and such, so I don't know if 20 or 25, but
Yeah, I'll open it up to the
Yeah.
board.
What do you
I
think?
think
What do you
that'd probably
guys-
be best.
25?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make it 25. Okay,
All right.
page 12.
And excuse me, I don't know where we were currently with the legal fees.
With the what?
Sure, with the legal fees, where are we actually? What was our total? Do y'all recall? Just wanted to make sure that the
12 is what's
25
budgeted, but I don't know what we are actual.
I didn't bring the actual with me, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just wanting to make sure that that'll get us where we need, because I know there's been quite a bit of expense.
Well, I'm sure we haven't gone over 12,000 yet, so an increase to 25 should be ample, I would think, but, yep. Everybody good with that? Okay.
So the city engineer, that comes in when we did the park bench, is that right? Those kind of jobs or tasks?
If you adopted a project that was something that was not a particular item, like a bench or something like that, that needed engineering, that's what that line item's for. Sometimes you use it, sometimes you don't, but we usually leave it in there in case you need it.
Is that Belchafe, the company, the outside company? Okay.
Yeah, a good example of that would be the Hurley Street parking lot that they worked on.
So if we were to do perhaps some paving, then we would be using this line item.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You think 10,000's enough?
No.
No?
Probably not, no.
Maybe we should increase that to,
Not for what engineering costs are.
Okay, suggestions then?
What do you have now?
10?
We've got 10 now, should we go 15 or 20?
And we don't know what our actuals are to date, do we? Although let's see, the other parking, parking lots, that was done, what, a couple of years ago
I think it was
initially?
3 years ago, yeah, 3 or
Okay.
4 years ago, yeah. And then, once again, just remember, if you adopt a project that would need engineering, you can always have the budget revised at that time,
Okay.
after
I would say
council
20,
approves it.
because, so like I said a while ago, the projects that we possibly could have coming up are going to call for
Right.
this.
So what did you
I'd
suggest?
say 20.
20, okay, let's make that 20K. I see here for IT, we have 2,000, but I know City Council's proposing Datamax to come in and be a support to the city. Do you know if everybody's budget's going to change by that request, or how will that be handled?
Right, no, this, what you have here for IT support doesn't include Datamax, and I don't have the impression that part of that contract is to be shared. The cost, if they attribute it to the meeting, then it would be, but some of this is is support for some of the software and things that we have. I think this is sufficient even to pay for Datamax charges.
Okay, so software only right now.
Did you say where are we?
No, I said software only right now for that item. And the next one is consultants. It doesn't look like we've used any consultants since 22-23 budget.
The last time you used consultants was related to, I believe, the TERS,
The appraisals for the properties, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
part of the project.
I'm wondering if we might potentially use a consultant over some projects in the next year, or with some projects, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but if we identify a project that would need a consultant, that probably would all be rolled into the project price. I don't know, did you guys
Can we-
have a mind of?
Can we back up for 1 second?
Sure,
The Hurley property,
yes,
is that not to be sold with Mai Tai?
it is.
Okay, that's what we were just,
Yes, the Hurley
Yeah.
property did get sold at the same time the restaurant
Okay.
did,
okay.
yeah. Okay, anyone have any suggestions about consultants' fees, or should we just
Just roll it in at the same time as the
roll it in at
project?
the same
Yeah,
time
for
the
this one,
project's identified?
since that's just so
Yeah,
unknown.
it's hard to even consider.
We know we'll
what-
probably do some engineering, we know,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. The next item on page 13, the top, annual chamber luncheon package. I see we don't have anything there, but I don't believe we were a part of the Metroport Chamber for the last few years. So, Marcy, do you have any idea what that cost might be?
I don't. I don't.
Okay.
I
Sorry.
had it up the other day. It depends on the package, and I don't know if we're all sharing the package cost amongst the board, different boards.
Yeah, there's usually a shared cost. You share with type A is how that's typically been done, that whatever is charged for your two boards, you just split it.
Split it.
Because sometimes, you know, the attendees are split, so rather than trying to count who's there, and
Yeah.
you know, we just split it in half.
You know, I'm going to suggest we put in 5K for that. I don't know if that's way too high, but again, it's a forecast. And if indeed the money's not spent, there's no harm
Right.
done, at least it's a high enough number that it would cover for what cost I would anticipate.
So it ranges from 400 to 4,000 as far as the different packages.
For once a
For
quarter?
For membership, no, a year.
Oh, for a year.
So we would be splitting that cost
Okay.
with,
Well, I think you'll be falling under the city's membership, if
Oh,
I'm
okay.
correct.
Okay.
So you won't be splitting
Splitting
the whole
that,
thing.
this would just be for the luncheons, that's once a quarter?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
Well, 5K may be high, but
Yeah.
it would definitely cover it.
I don't think we need 5K though. I didn't realize it was just for lunch.
Yeah,
We're just paying for lunch?
yeah.
No, we don't need 5K.
We don't need 5K, okay, how about 2K? 2,000? I mean, remember, there's 4 luncheons. I think that's still high.
Yeah,
1,000?
1,200.
Depends on
1,200.
Depends on if Mr. Jim's goes up on pizza.
Yes.
Well, that's true.
Let's put in 1,200.
It-
1,200 for
1,200.
additional,
Yes, which is that top line that doesn't have a number by it.
Lunch.
okay.
Lunch for the chamber luncheons.
Okay.
Yeah. The next item is for training. What do you guys think?
That's kind of an unknown. I don't know if the chamber offers any training. I really haven't looked into it since this is so new.
Some of these items are things that you haven't participated in for a while, but I think the majority of this, if I remember correctly, was so that your board could utilize the training when you have new members and things for the sales tax, understanding sales tax, since that's your revenue driver, and then for open meetings and open records, any kind of refresher courses that y'all wanted to take, or as you get new members, you would want them to participate in that. And then some of these other conferences, if any of your members wanted to attend, they could certainly attend those, but I don't think anyone's attended those for a while.
No, I don't think so either. And so really, that number of 10,000, that's quite a strong number.
Oh, we're at training, not travel.
Oh, travel expense, you're right.
I believe on the travel expense, I think the mayor bumped that up last year. If you'll remember, they were expecting to get the grant for the pavilion, and I think he wanted members from both your board and Type A to possibly go look at some locations or something, is why
Why
I
that
think that
number's
got
so
bumped
high.
up, and that grant has fallen through, so, not sure.
As far as the training though, those open records and what was the other one?
Sales tax.
I don't know
open
that I took
records,
sales
and
tax.
Open meetings. I'm sorry?
I don't know that I took sales tax.
I don't think
Okay.
this
We
whole
weren't
board
alerted to take
has
sales tax.
had any training in sales tax.
Right. I think those are offered by the Texas Comptroller's Office. So if you're interested, I can have Katrina get you all some information about that.
That would be good.
At least with open records, that was free, right? I mean, that was just online. You just,
Yeah, and the sales tax may actually be too by
Okay,
now. I
okay.
mean, a lot of the training that we all do has started being online, so
Okay.
it's very possible.
Oh, I forgot to bring my sheet that I had taken.
Okay, page 14, if we're not changing any of those numbers. Okay, we've not participated in any of the general memberships. So, what do you guys think? I don't know that much about them. We need to be educated on what these memberships are.
Okay?
Yeah.
Get you information on them.
I think we'll start with the chamber first, and then probably network with people and find out if there's other memberships we should belong to.
Yes.
How long has it been since this board has been a member of any of those? Do you know?
Since you had an actual employee that was your economic development director, Thad Chambers used to attend those on behalf of your board in Type A, and once again, y'all would split the cost for him to attend those. And since we haven't had an employee traveling, you haven't.
So
had
is this
that
for the
cost.
board members, or is this for Mr. Swanky to attend? And Mr. Swanky, do you know anything about these membership, these board, these items listed?
Actually, I have attended some of these things.
Would it be beneficial for this board to attend them, or what's your opinion?
They're pretty educational, just what the board should and shouldn't do.
Well, since we don't have any money in here, I think we should add an amount, because we're kind of flying in the dark here, not knowing anything about these particular boards. Mr. Swanky, what do you recommend? You know what the costs are.
Yeah, the last time, about a year ago, I went to one, it was like $700 just to go to it.
Was it local?
It was,
Wow.
How long are they for?
it was
A day, 2 days, or?
about 2 days, but I
Yeah.
was able to travel to my home.
Oh, okay,
I didn't have any hotel expense.
yeah.
So wow, if they're at $1,000 per person per event, that could get rather pricey, but we could split it up to where some boards went one way and some boards went to another.
Well, I mean, if you just wanted to set aside for 2 people
Right.
from the board, I
And
mean,
then
just
they-
put 2 and you can
And they
put that
could-
kind of money in there for this board.
Yeah, and then maybe a presentation can be given by those 2 that attend
Yeah.
to the rest of the board to bring
Yeah,
people
Yeah.
up to knowledge. So what do you guys recommend? What amount do you think we need?
If you were putting something in the budget to attend a workshop or something, what would you guesstimate? I know you said 700 for a one-time event.
Yeah, that was, for like, I think it was a 3-day conference.
Okay.
And that would fall under travel
No, that was under
or training?
And
Yeah,
that
so
was-
this is a
yeah.
separate, which is a membership.
And that was local, so you don't have any travel expense. I mean, I think
Yeah.
if you're going to have 2 people going to a meeting that has a $1,200 registration fee and another $600,000 or $800,000 worth of expenses, you need $2,500 a person. You need
Yeah,
you need $5,000 in that budget if you're going to actually attend some of this. If we don't do anything,
Yeah.
you just put it back in the pot.
Let's put 5,000 on this one, Marcy. Again, it's a forecast, we'll see.
I think you have to
Well,
ask
okay.
yourself, what does it cost to join these memberships? What is a membership? How much is it
Yeah.
for the North
Right.
Texas Commercial Association?
We can
It
get
may
you
be
some information
$1,000
on
for-
that.
Yeah.
You don't have to split this up amongst them.
Yeah.
You can determine what you'd want
Just
to
a
be
grand
members
total?
of later.
Okay.
Yeah. We can get you some information on these organizations.
Okay. Okay. Anything else here?
We had the business improvement grant, which we put on hold. I believe we needed to do some restructuring on that. I don't think there was any feedback or means to find out how our grant money went or how well it was used, if that makes sense. Sort of like a report card. But I would like to work on that as a project this year so that we can start, awarding that grant again.
I think Mayor Holsey had our process pulled for some updates and revisements, and that was probably several months ago, and we haven't seen anything back from the lawyer or Mr. Holsey on a rewrite of our process. So right now, I think we've got 30,000 in there. Once that is re-presented to us, I guess the question I asked is 30,000 a good number?
I would think so. I mean, I don't know the increments and such that could be awarded, maybe smaller amounts like 5,000 or something, to a new business or to help a business restructure or develop the property or something. I would think so. I mean, we're kind of just shooting in the dark here.
Yeah.
But just using an existing number that's been used before, I think we just stay with that.
Yeah, we'll stay with that right now. Future projects, I know last year we tried to put a number in there and it was removed because we were told that we have to define our projects and it's basically useless to put a number out there. Every time we ask for a project and it gets approved, this budget automatically gets updated, correct?
That's part of the council action,
Yes.
is to revise your budget.
Okay, so everybody okay with just leaving that blank right now? All right. Okay, marketing conferences, we really haven't had any activity in any of that. I don't know what to ask for there.
I don't even really know what those are. But it sounds like we've got some other opportunities if there's other memberships and other meetings and things, so I don't,
Mr. Swanky, do you know anything about this?
Yes, I do. There's all different kinds of conferences that go on across the United States. Probably the biggest one is in Vegas, and every year all the vendors, and most of the time cities go set up booths there, and people come around and look and see what's going on with your city. Or on the other hand, if you're looking for different things, different kind of opportunities, then or businesses to come, you can go talk to them. And you just go around, give them business cards and tell them, about the city or what's going on and why they should come here. But that's what most of these are. There's some in Texas, and there's, like I say, some in Las Vegas. The big one's in Las Vegas. A lot of the bigger EDCs go to those.
Yeah, I don't think we want to go to Las Vegas, but do you attend any of these?
I do not.
You do? Oh, excuse me. I shouldn't speak for the whole board. Okay, I get it. Okay. Oh, golly. Okay. Well, what do you guys
I
think?
think we just leave it blank for now. We
Yeah,
need
let's
to
just
put,
leave
we
it
need to
blank.
put our foot into the chamber first.
I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, if you did go to one of these things, you've got enough money in something already in here
Yeah.
that if you needed to transfer some
Yeah.
out to go into this, you could do that.
And that's true. That's a true comment, isn't it, Marcy? If we want to reshuffle some of these monies from one bucket to another, we have that ability to do so.
That's correct.
Okay.
You can also go to the council and ask for a revision.
Yeah.
You don't have, it doesn't have to be for a project.
Okay. Okay. All right, good. Then let's just move along here. Marketing collateral materials probably would fall in that same bucket. Miscellaneous marketing, same bucket. So we'll just move right along to page 16. That all of this first two seems to be marketing. I don't know what the last item here is on this page. Accessibility Westport Parkway construction. That's not relevant anymore either, is it?
No, that was the official name of that project when it was first adopted.
Okay, so it'll drop off likely. Okay, and there's the Hurley Street parking lot expense from engineering to design a parking lot for that vacant lot, which now will drop off. The tennis courts items that will drop off. And can you explain the bond principal payment, Marcy?
Yes, those are the bonds, those are the 2022 certificates of obligation that you issued a piece, and Type A also issued a piece, and that was directly related to the Westport Parkway. And so every year in March and September, you make an interest payment, and then in September, you make a principal payment. And so those are scheduled in already for what this next year's payment will be.
And how long was the term of that bond? Do you know when it expires or comes to fruition?
I want to say, I don't know. I want to say it's 2040,
2040?
possibly, or 2035, somewhere in there.
Was that from the 2015 bond,
No, it's from the 2022.
22 bond? And what exactly did they do on Westport? None of us were on the board at that time when that,
You just funded part of the project. When we got that project, there was a grant involved, and the city had to put up a share to match with the grant. So the city put up money, Type A put up money, and Type B put up money to fund the city's share of that project. And then the rest of it was a grant that is now being administered by TxDOT.
well, I guess what I'm asking is what was the project? I
It
don't-
was the Westport Hazlet Parkway.
The Hazlet Parkway project?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Did it drill down to like phase 1, phase 2, et cetera, or was it just like a chunk?
It was just up front, so they're still working on it. There's still another piece to be done, but you won't have any additional
Okay.
funding.
My recollection was we actually had an expenditure to expedite the opening of the parkway, which was partially funded by some companies and partially funded by us. And I believe that this is that,
Okay.
part of that obligation.
Yes, there was a lot of developer investment as well.
Okay, any other points to be made there, or then our last page is interest income, that's just from our sales tax bank account?
Your interest income is for all your cash that's invested. The city invests all of the cash that we have in a pooled cash. Some of it's in tax pool, some of it's in CDs, some of it's in, various instruments. But yes, that's your interest income. And lately, it's been pretty robust.
What is fiscal agent fees?
Fiscal agent fees are the trustee banks that handle paying the bonds. U.S. Bank is the custodian for those bond payments. So rather than the city having to pay out all the individual bondholders their interest payments or redeem them when they're due, a trustee is paid, and that's their fee for doing that each year. It's usually about $500 an issue per year.
Are the fees for our wealth management, like the investment income that we're generating and the management of those stocks and bonds and ways they have it invested, are all just sort of written into the account? They don't appear as a separate line item?
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions about the budget or any other adjustments anyone feels necessary to bring up?
Do you mind if we just review them
Please.
again?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm showing the first change you actually made was in legal to up that to 25,000, and engineering up to 20,000, adding 1,200 to your meetings line item, and then what was the other one? And then we drop off the properties that have been sold. And that's all I have. Is that all you all have?
On page 14, the memberships, did we say that we wanted that at 5K or? Yes. And that, I believe, is all that I had. Anyone else? Anything? No? Okay, good deal. And again, this is really a forecast. It's nothing set in stone. If we don't spend it, it's really just a worksheet
Yes.
to give an idea of what our expenditures might be.
Yes. At any time during your year, if something, new comes up or, like I said, a project, you can always ask the council to have your budget revised for something unexpected.
Okay.
Your fund is a self-sustaining fund. It's, anything you don't spend rolls over. It's in your balance all the time.
Okay. All right, very good. Anything else from anyone? If not, I think we're done, and we'd like to close the open meeting at 7:19.
Could we get a motion?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I don't normally ask for a motion to close, but I can. Yeah, go ahead, make a motion.
I make a motion that we close the meeting.
Do I have a second? Okay, we've got a second, got a vote.
I meant to approve a recommendation to the council for your budget.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not understand what you're saying. I
Yes.
thought,
Yeah, you need to have a motion to approve the budget,
Oh, I
subject to
see.
the changes that were.
okay, I'm sorry. May I have a motion from someone to approve the changes we asked Marcy to make to our budget?
I'd like to make a motion that we ask Marcy to change the counts that we've indicated so that she can present this to the council.
Okay, do I have a second? Okay, we got a second. So all those in favor? It's unanimous. Sorry, I was getting ahead of myself.
That's okay.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We close the open meeting at 7:20.
That's okay.